Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 348. Me and Charles are here, but who else it will be? It'll be the good question. So far, no one's showing up on the side chat. Remember, it doesn't show history on Twitch chat, so you have to say hi, and then we will know you're there. As you can see from the screenshot when we get back to the desktop. I'm not sure if it's even working. Let me just get back.
Yes, it's working. It's working.
Yeah. CPU's maxed out. Zero watching, it reckons. Which is probably true.
Well, it says two, so it's me and you.
Alright.
That's just two. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just paused mine now, so it'll probably drop.
Probably counts those as just commenters. Because you put a comment and then I put comments, that's two people.
Yeah.
That's how it counts them.
I got my Santa hat on today. We're now in December, counting down. I can't do much because the CPU's maxed out while it's doing the intro. Be good if Santa dropped me off the best laptop for streaming super fast. That would be really good.
Yeah, but we still need people on the side.
Oh well. What can you do? You know, there's not much I can do about it if people are not interested in joining in the Saturday live videos, UFO analysis. Yeah, so we're back at the desktop. Looks like we're there. I'll just open up the folder. We've got someone, but I can't read it because it's blue.
Cool, crazy guy, 72.
Crazy guy. Not sure who that is. That could explain most of the ufology out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm new, XD.
Okay, JD. He's got hold of my message on Discord, I think. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining. This one should be a good one. We have done some prep for it finally, unlike normally the other ones where we just fly. We got lots to cover, especially if you're new to the channel. And we're open to what people think we're looking at when we analyze and stuff. So add your side comments to the debunks, as some people call them, but we call it ridden the noise. So we can be sure what we're seeing is actually a UFO craft and not some person trying to dupe us. And you can see we got Santa with us today. Pinky the Santa. I need to drop in a welcome message on the site. The OT channel live stream. Live stream. I'll pop up in a minute. I'll just type in it. Live stream 348. I keep saying 2 for some reason. I've said it on a few lives now. It's just amazing how we've done, or I've done. But we're going to go over live stream 26, wasn't it, with the Hoaxing that Third Phase did. And they deleted all sources of it. But lucky enough, I've got a copy on my live show I did back then. And I've got some more skills to re-look at it, right? More tools, more skills. So, Saturday live video analysis of current UAPs and past hoaxes. As we know that Gufon is covering pretty well Blake Cousins' past criminal activities, even though he used to debunk him apparently. Reckons he's changed, and we know that's not true. Changed people don't leave, when something's solved, don't leave it up collecting views still, and not changing the header. That's the first thing for honesty, as far as I'm concerned. And that's never happened. JD, that's too bad. What's too bad? Good to know you're no longer blind to bullshit. Did I miss some comment, did I? Alright, up the top.
Cool guy, you said, I told soccer for bullshit, I fell for security team 10's trap.
Yeah, you should have been with me 4 years ago, and you could have been watching me for all that time and seeing all the other BS out there too. Unfortunately, it's really hard to find the really good stuff, but we do. My voice is going. Sorry, hang on, let me just clear it. Something landed on my voice box here. We've debunked quite a few over the years now. Go and check out the playlists on my YouTube channel. Mostly they've got the playlists there. We're gradually moving across to the alt media channels, but you can find a playlist pretty much on all the main players out there that claim to be doing good and are not. They're just adding noise to ufology, so the good cases vanish. And we'll be looking at some of the new players in the field, Tim and others, and we'll be covering Tim in more detail with Robert tomorrow as well. So today I'm just going to be looking at what's been talked about, basically. Now, the monolith we covered last time, more of them have shown up. As Charles has also pointed out, and Plex, all over the world. I think it's some sort of viral ad campaign. We're seeing it with crop circles, which I was going to cover today, but I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time. With Linda Moulton Howe being called out there. That people don't know about, because they end up deleting the stuff off their web pages once they get found look stupid, right? And they clean up the copies out there on the web, right? Just so people don't find out, any new people that subscribe to them. So yeah, here we got Susan joining us. Good, long time no see. Christmas Pinky, yeah, he's been brought out of the closet. Yeah, so yeah, he's full on Christmas turkey, or is it, what do they call it over there, Thanksgiving turkey, right? With Tyler on the table. You've seen that image that I posted around that Thanksgiving, where the alien's around having a slice of Tyler. Saying that's the last time he's going to call us salty haters. It's always a classic one, that one. If you've not seen it, then you need to join my socials, and also I think I may have posted it on Discord a few times. Every year I post the same thing. So yeah, I actually just got a couple of emails from Shelley again this morning. You can...
Oh, not again.
Yeah. I told her the best thing she can do is get off the web completely if she believes she's being hacked. That solves it straight away. And move cities and change your name. And I'm not too sure what I understand what she's trying to say. She's saying that it's not her posting on the side comments. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, first up is the so-called debrief stuff. So I'm just going to go over the videos today, not actually talk about what I think's going on. But I think I'm going to have to readjust the size of it here. because a lot of these web pages are designed for really high-res computer screens, and mine's set on 1080 only. And I scale up the font so we can read it properly on live streams. So this is a major story here. I'll just skim over it. We'll cover it more detail tomorrow probably. And you can see there's a lot of writing on here. Leaked photo surfaces of purported unidentified aerial phenomenon. Why don't you just say UFO?
Simple terms.
Yeah. Everybody knows UFO. So yeah, not too sure where the image is on the cockpit there, but it's meant to be here somewhere. Let me just
it's a black
see.
spot.
There we go, a little black spot, you're right.
Yeah.
Which you can see, even now it kind of looks like a balloon, without even thinking about it too much, but people said you wouldn't see a 2-foot big balloon, but I believe you would if you're flying close enough to it, right? Airline pilots see them all the time, right? And some have their smartphones out at the time they're passing and actually start videoing it. I think some of them probably have little stands on their, the private planes I'm talking about here, where they're allowed stuff in their own planes, right? But here we can see there's a reflection in that photo there of the helmet. I think it's been cropped a wee bit, has it? Oh no, it's just scrolled off the screen. Kind of looks like an alien head with a big eye, doesn't it? Let's see, it looks like it's an earpiece, is it? Or is it something over the eyes there? Not too sure what we're looking at there. Is it a helmet?
Yeah, that looks like a pilot's helmet.
Which way is the pilot looking there, though?
It looks like a side of his helmet.
Definitely looks three-dimensional with the reflection off it here. But you can see how bright it is to light up the internal cockpit like that. Of course, it's going to light up a Mylar balloon from quite a fair distance away, and of course it's going to attract the pilot to go towards it and see what it is. So yeah, they got some zoomed in one here. So it turns out more information came out yesterday from Openminds. They said that it's actually a photo of a photo. So looks like someone took a sneak snapshot of it and leaked it out, is what they're trying to say. Probably from a press meeting of some sort. So here it looks like it's the pilot behind, right? So the co-pilot behind. That maybe looks like a helmet cam, because it looks like it's looking straight on here, doesn't it? So maybe this is a kind of footage they now get off F-18s, which they didn't have back in 2004, the Nimitz encounter, 2004. If we had this kind of footage with that Nimitz encounter, we probably could say whether it was a alien craft for sure, or still possible some advanced tech of another country, or reverse engineered tech, who knows. But maybe they're just trying to do a soft disinformation here, or misinformation, or what, I don't know. Or someone's having a practical joke, but yeah, you can see here it looks really balloon-like, and we'll be going over it. And because a lot of experts out there done all their various enhancements on it, and God knows where this guy got this one from, but who was the expert on that one? Someone's saying that it bears some resemblance to the GPS drop Soid. They drop extra radar information and all that sort of stuff. Radars, transmitters from balloons that slowly go downwards. we'll have it drift in the atmosphere, and this adds to the more surveillance. So yeah, it obviously goes down to the sea, does it, and then looks for subs or something. But it looks nothing like the photograph, obviously, right? I can visually process that within a few seconds and know it's not the same as this object here. And the closest thing I can see there from that image to the other image is 0. Apart from it's got a triangle shape, maybe. It's probably the only resemblance here. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just post out the link to the debrief. Something tells me it's a good image to release to try and get a lot of talk about the new website, to bring in traffic to it and people bookmark it and stuff. I'm a wee bit suspect about this one, and I've listened to Tim on radio and video, and he kind of looks a wee bit guilty to me. His body language reads that he's lying a wee bit, and he stutters, and yeah, you think he would have it straight out so it comes across more believable. So if you've been watching the body language panel, when you watch him on Openminds, he's a wee bit suspect. We'll probably just play a little clip of it, maybe. So yeah, like I said, we'll talk about it more tomorrow because we've got lots to cover. Debrief. I'll add in my opinions then with Robert, I guess. Those UFO government released the Tic Tac UFO and whatnot. I think they are man-made because look at how rapidly our technology evolved from 100 years ago. It's possible. I have covered it in great detail in quite a few lives. You can find the playlist called the Nimitz and Tic Tac playlist. Don't know if I got it handy here, but I've posted that debrief now so we can actually close it down. I've actually grabbed the image already. I just want to work through it pretty quickly. That's the Gulf Breeze one. If you haven't seen our last live stream with Bruce Maccabee, go and watch it. It was actually quite good, and we talk about stuff that not other people don't cover, right? We're pretty unique in what we do here.
We get slagged off a lot, but we're good.
Yeah, so if you go to playlist and hit created at the top there, I think it actually gives you the full list. I don't know, it's a bug with Google that's never been fixed. The scroll thing never works properly. But yeah, somewhere here will be one called Nimitz and Tic Tac. And I can never find it because there's quite a few here. And the Truth series, the truth about all sorts of people out there that you may not know about. Yeah, I just can't see it, but it'll be here somewhere. UFO cases, so like 5-minute debunks that I used to do. But it's amazing how many hours you spend just doing a 5-minute video. It's just crazy. Probably Charles is now starting to understand all the research that goes into prepping for something and before you actually make the video. And
Yeah,
you can spend a lot of hours on it. Yeah, I just can't see the Nimitz thing. Why can't I see it? NASA. Here we go. Tic Tac and the Nimitz. I think it's in that one there. I'll post it in the side link just in case you want to go there after the show. Don't go there now. We need you here for the support as well as your comments. Nimitz. Tic Tac. Live shows. It should go in order, but I'm not 100% sure on that. starts off with the early information, and as we get more information coming, we update our information. Unlike a lot of people out there that don't update their past shows, we may change our opinion as we go, as more information comes in. So yeah, have fun watching the old stuff. Now, I've posted all this out on Twitter, so often I post it here just to remind me where to go from next. And we got Gufon Radio making a right hash of it all, so we'll just go over that as well. But yeah, Openminds, if you're not an Openminds fan, you should join them, because they do fairly decent interviews and get you up to speed on the current events. But there's a lot of people's hands in each other's back pockets going on, right? So they sort of protect each other. Here we just talk from our gut, really, from their heart, and help people. So yeah.
Well, that's what causing too many issues, isn't it? There's too much money involved.
Yeah, we run on an oily rag here. But it hasn't stopped us from producing stuff, you know. We just keep on with it. Oh, 9 watching. That's a record. Thanks for joining us, Tommy. So yeah, stage 1. Like I said, we got a lot to cover today, but we got a lot of it pre-prepped, so it shouldn't be too bad. So let me see if I can open up this one here. Probably won't let us. I'll just give a plug to Openminds. Normally what you can do when you play it in an embedded browser, embedded player, if you click on the YouTube label when it's playing, it opens up in a separate window. Just like going to YouTube, right? And it makes it a lot easier. And there we go. So I gave it a thumb up because at least we get some more information about how the photographs were taken. Apparently it was taken with a smartphone, iPhone 6 was it? Not too sure on that now. I'd have to re-listen to it, but he said it was a photo of a photo, so that means it's degraded already, right? It's not the pure source as usual with any leaks.
And you learn so much more about it, and I think that's always been really fascinating.
Let's go back a bit when he starts talking about
serious
it.
People in the community, like, can we treat it seriously? Because
go back to the first question.
That information, the elected,
the defense, the science, the space. In fact, I'm going to change.
Okay, just go back.
Be here. I'm actually getting to relax now. I'm sitting down. It's been a busy week.
Good. Yeah, take it easy. I'm sure it has been. So, and I guess what we'll start off, of course, lots of people are really excited, lots of questions coming in, and we'll definitely get to those. But I want to start off. You've got this new venture, the Debrief. Awesome stuff. I love what you're doing there. I love all of it. You know, the defense, science, the space. Tell us how this came about.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this came about, really it was the brainchild of me and my 2 partners, who I think everybody are very well familiar with, and all friends, MJ Benias and Micah Hanks. And, we're friends outside of here, and we've been talking about this for a while. And anybody who's seen our work before, me and MJ wrote for Vice for a while and Popular Mechanics. And we were at a place where we felt like, I don't say we weren't covering what we wanted to, but we weren't covering it the way we wanted to, if that makes any sense. And that's not to speak poorly about any of the publications we wrote for. Love them and would write for them again in a heartbeat, and maybe still, even with this at times.
And an example would be like, maybe, I know this kid's frustrating for me too. They want you to summarize your story in 1,000 words. And it's like, whoa, I don't know how to do it in less than 3,000. So
exactly. Or there were times when I felt like, we would report on the UFO topic per se, that I felt was very serious. Like we were talking about legitimate information of elected leaders, what's going on with intelligence committee bills. I mean, this is, if they were talking about anything other than UFOs, this would be something that would be treated very.
So want to get up to when he shows the photograph. Oh. His manner on the episode here didn't come across highly truthful, the way he was stuttering the body language. There he's being truthful, I think. If you look back to his older videos where you got to use it like a base benchmark, at the moment he's acting pretty normal. So basically they're saying they set up a website because they got sick of being editorialized, what means that the articles get chopped up and key information left out and all that sort of stuff. So they set up their own news channel, pretty much, news website, which is fair enough. So where they start talking about the video picture.
They're maturely examined, because I mean, do we really want to have a UFO right now? Will we be responsible?
So just move on a bit.
And this balloon isn't impressive. You know what? Forget that. Let's not talk about it. No, we do have to talk about it. And I think that's then the responsibility. None of us want to be or aim to be, video researcher, analyst of this stuff, or investigators who are going out in the field. There's so many people that are good at that do that. We're just arbitrators of information and bring it out there. And I think that's the responsibility of the people who are good at that.
So I could probably add to that there. He's doing a cop-out, same as Third Phase of the Moon do right there, saying, we'd just bring up the news on UFOs and you decide. We don't decide for you. That's a cop-out comment there. So, but if they were professionals, what they do is they get the experts to look at it first and they put it into the same article, right? You say, well, here's expert 1, expert 2, expert 3, and say who they are. Mick West, blah, 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 or Scott Brando, reckon it's a Mylar balloon of this type, blah, 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 And then people don't have a go at you. You've put a balanced article out saying this was leaked. It was said that they didn't know what it was, but these experts say it's this or this or this. Add your own comments below, that sort of stuff, right? Which is basically what we do in today's show.
To look at that,
but I'm not too sure where the bit is where he sort of stutters a lot.
So many other breakthroughs like that, and it is mainstream. And yeah,
probably missed it, but there was a bit where he stutters around quite a lot, moves his head around a bit. So he looks a bit stooped down there, you see.
Just be careful there and don't assume that there's going to be some photo officially released by the government, so it's cool, I can talk about it. And that was my biggest concern, is I would hate to see anybody get in trouble.
So anyway, I'll just post the link directly to it and you can go and watch it yourself. We might watch more what Robert's got to post tomorrow. Openminds first interview. Then he seemed to go on all other podcasts. So it's like he's promoting his website to me. That's what it come across. Now, the reason he went on Dave Scott was straight away a red flag for me. We know what Dave Scott is. He's an entertainer. And he works with entertainers called Gufon, who also lists his site as an entertainment site. They're not experts by any means. So, yeah, they're just hoodwink people, right? And, of course, Third Phase of the Moon, they took both of those work with as well. Why he would want to go on these entertainment sites, I don't know. He should be going on only serious websites like Openminds. is like an investigative journalist, right? And just brings the facts that he knows. Although he tends to, a lot of these people work together, which makes a wee bit of a bias as well. We don't work with anyone. We're sort of like our own entities. We're the rogue gunmen. Anyway, you got the link there. Yeah, it's a really good interview to listen to. You might be able to see the bit where he stutters. I have to find that out probably for tomorrow. But we're not worried about that at the moment, if he's telling lies or if he's just doing a promo, just like the monoliths is like a mass advertising thing where they showed up in different places and got ripped out the ground and all that sort of business. Who cares? It's nothing to do with UFOs or aliens. It's just a distraction, as I call it. So, yeah. And then you got Gufon making all sorts of crazy claims about Mylar balloons only going to 100,000 feet. Not 100,000 feet, 10,000 feet. Might be here. Which is incredibly wrong. So I just want to correct that information
when
again.
you're looking at the light as it's refracting off.
This is hilarious. They can't even get the audio sorted out and it's echoing.
reflecting off of the object, it has contour as well, and it's to be uniform in the way that it's.
So this is so-called Dark Hour Paranormal. He looks like a wannabe Dave Scott with the beard. Get a shave, mate. It looks disgusting. Anyway, where's the bit where they're talking about 10,000 feet? Here's somewhere. I got the clip separated.
May go anywhere between, depending on the size, 3,000 to 6,000, 7,000 feet. And it looks like they're, I can't tell. You can't, about maybe 8,000, 10,000 feet. What do you think on that?
So there's wrong information straight there. It's kind of frustrating that these people don't do the research, but there are science papers out there where they've actually put a tracker on a balloon and sent it up, and it's got up to 26,000 feet quite easily. So they haven't.
Gufon just keep claiming that he's an expert on balloons. All this time he's been doing. He's an expert.
Yeah. Which means a drip under pressure, doesn't it? That's so true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't claim to be experts. We claim to be investigators, researchers, and we modify our opinions as more information comes in. We just follow the evidence. So, yeah, even if our information changes later in the future, we'll say, well, Mylar balloons now have been tested to go to 40,000 feet. We'll update the information. We won't say, 16 years ago I studied balloons and they only went to 3,000 feet. Well, every year technology improves, and also the glues that they glue the Mylar seams together improves, and the thickness of the material and all that sort of stuff, and maybe some coatings. So yeah, we'll just go over more of that to come. So you've got that link already. So we'll just close down that quick summary there. So here's the bit about wrong again, about the level of height. And I actually did a video of my first tweet about it in February. So yeah, there's the clip I took out.
It's reflecting off of it, and it looks very balloonish. You know, my thing is, I need to know how high that airplane is with the balloon, because these balloons, they may go anywhere between, depending on the size, 3,000 to 6,000, 7,000 feet.
Wrong.
And it looks like they're, I can't tell. You can't, about maybe 8,000, 10,000 feet. What do you think on that?
Yeah, so I did do the clip, and this is what I said back in February, and I'll just see if I can do it bigger screen for you. Now it's got no talking on it. It's just me doing a screen capture. So back in February, I said he was wrong even back then when he was saying it's 3,000 feet because he's repeating the same information. And he attacked me over it, saying I didn't know what I was talking about. That's because he didn't bother reading my article I posted. Fake news, Gufon, do the research, man. Mylar balloons can go high dependent on thickness and size. And he claims he said that. Some are very big, 40 inches, may be bigger, and aren't just circular hexagons, and allow some expanding. Altitude can be from 1,000 to 3,000 to 7,000 to 26,000 feet, because that's various locations that people have tested in over the years. Toy latex ones, which you can call party ones, the party balloons, which are multicolour latex ones that everyone's familiar with, especially in the older days before Mylar ones are around. Went to 32,000 feet to 37,000 feet, which is about 10 kilometers, right? And they pop. But the weather balloon ones can go, I think we did look at it, the white big 40-inch weather balloon latex ones, which used to be rubber. They can go a lot higher, of course, 30,000 feet to 40,000 feet, I think. And then they pop, and then they bring down the instruments. So yeah, if I just keep on playing that though, you can see here I've got some scientific websites on that video, which I open up and you can actually read it. So this is where you got to do the reading. So here I point out that the toy balloons burst around 10 kilometers. So I knew that back in February in professional metro balloons 30Ks. But that could be, and that's not including the white ones. So they're mixing up the white ones with the other silver type ones, high altitude ones here that go much higher, right? 30K is 100,000 feet. I don't know if the white latex ones can get that high or not, or whether it can or not, I don't know. We have to do some more research there, but here's the page here. Oh, the spacebar doesn't work. Where it talks about Mylar balloons, right? Oh, I'll push the spacebar again, thinking it's going to pause it. Okay, so where's my mouse gone? It says here definitely 20,000 feet, and this is on a weather channel from what is it? Wildlife Reserve, is it, or something like that? Who obviously see this the debris left from balloons in the forests and the sea, right? So it says here helium-filled Mylar balloons can rise as high as 5 miles above the Earth. That's more than 26,000 feet, which is straight in the way of jets, right? So jets are between 20, well, all the way up to 37,000 feet, as we know. So that was back in, I think the timestamp on that was 2015, and I think since then we've got bigger Mylar balloons that can go even higher, right? So you got to keep an eye on the technology changes. So these are all the images that we're now going to look at. I'll just post the link to that one there. So now we know they can actually reach pilot level. So Mylar balloon versus latex balloon altitudes. There's actually quite a lot of science involved. So you got to look up things. And just verify the claims, right? So you got to look up the science pages. So yeah, I won't need the images I've got there. I'll just go through it now with directly. Okay, that was something else I had. So this talked about wind speed. They said it looked like it wasn't moving, and I tried to find a chart that talked about average wind speed. Meters per second to altitude, But I accidentally I searched for feet and I didn't realise it was in kilometres here. So I thought, oh, that's strange. The wind drops off at 20,000 feet. Where is it here? I thought that's strange. But it's actually 20 kilometres. So it goes fast and then it starts to slow down a bit. So I'm not too sure how accurate this chart is or whoever what it's all about. But I did actually find some other charts similar to this. Although they didn't list it going to 0, they did show a curviness happening. So that was back in 2018, I think. What's it say? Average wind speeds, altitude on average wind speeds are minimal in the lower stratosphere, around 20 kilometers altitude. Air density at 20 kilometers is roughly 1/20th that at the sea level. So to me it looks like it's a scientific chart of a balloon going up, right? And also changes at 90,000 feet and then goes back fast and tapers off again. But you've got to remember the air's getting thinner as it's going up. So the other balloons go up to about here, 40 kilometers, is it? 30 kilometers.
Yeah.
So it just gives you a rough idea. So yeah, you just can't verify it on one chart, but it does say ResearchGate here. So it looks like something submitted, right? Uploaded by, may be subject to copyright, blah blah blah. So yeah, go and check them out if you want to. ResearchGate. Altitudes to speed. Now, before we move on from this chart, you can see that the saying at 10 kilometers is this line here is the maximum speed of the air, right? Which is 20 miles per second, and I plugged it into the calculator, which is 72 kilometers per hour. And if we convert that to miles per hour, is 45 almost miles per hour, which doesn't sound that fast. It's like a car slowly going down the street, isn't it? Well, I suppose it is. 72, it's getting up there in our neighbourhood. It's double the speed that you should be going down a neighbourhood anyway. I'm not sure about America. But if it was 45 kilometers per hour, then that would be suburb speed. Yeah, which the Americans would get up to the same as us using metric, right? That save a lot of problems. So yeah, there's no way that balloon could have been stationary. So it was at about 5,000 feet, so it's down here. So it's going to be roughly about 15 meters per second it was traveling at, based on the average, right? So we can get rid of that now. And yeah, before we get onto the images, why do helium balloons deflate? And obviously it's going to be obvious things, isn't it?
Pressure.
Helium balloons float because helium is less dense than air. Helium balloons deflate because helium atoms are small enough to slip between spaces in the balloon's material. So that's even latex, I guess, and also Mylar. But I think Mylar balloon would be more leaky than latex one, right? And because we know that the latex ones do get up really much higher and then they pop, where the Mylar ones tend to look saggy, right? They look like they've lost gas, leaking through the seals of the seams, because they're actually two sides that are stuck together, and so they're going to come down slowly in the lower atmosphere. I reckon they should be banned. really, unless it's for scientific research. All these balloons being released in the atmosphere, people should get fined for it. Helium balloons are Mylar and not rubber because there is less space between molecules in Mylar, so the balloon stays inflated longer. So it's better than rubber, but it doesn't talk about latex here, does it?
We watched that video, didn't we? Them releasing, was it 1 million balloons, wasn't it, that charity?
Yeah.
And the damage that did to the environment was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's come back down.
Had to clean it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
The charity did.
Yeah. What's this one? Why they deflate. So now we've got a lot of scientific information there, right? From credible sources and science pages. And this page here was I don't know if it's a science site or not, but seemed to say the same thing as the science pages was, so I decided to use it. It's a bit hard to imagine the atoms passing through atoms, but obviously it's got to because it's under pressure, right? So there's more chance that it's going to slowly lose one out. And they simply, helium and hydrogen just simply keep going out into space and gradually get lost into space. They're saying that we're eventually going to run out of helium on Earth because it's actually stored into porous rock, which they drill down into and extract it, right? And then collect it. But they're lucky enough they found another pocket, I think it's in America somewhere, I've talked about it in the past, of more helium. There was meant to be running out about 2025, and lucky enough they found another pocket which should last another 100 years, I think, or something like that, but still going to run out again. In 100 years time, what's our technology would be? Maybe we don't need helium at all, it would be anti-gravity, right? Okay, so that's the rest of the stuff there. So I need to get onto the images now. And I got it here. Okay, so I got a snapshot of the original, which was that one there. Let's see, where is it? Screen snapshot of the debrief. So that's what it looks like, and we just zoom into it again. And you can see here, this doesn't do any enhancements. It just looks at the pixels. And you can start to see it does seem to have more of a shape happening. See here? And it does look like it's crinkled, right? So it looks like a typical Mylar balloon that's crinkled on the edges. And are we seeing the real shape of the balloon here? Or are we just seeing... obviously it's reflecting the sun from this side, which kind of matches up with the pilot's angle. If you go back to the main picture, and it looks like it may have some printed stuff on it, but is that just pareidolia, where it's like crinkled in, and some parts are more reflective than the others, and it just looks like it's making an outline. And so I went, when I looked at that, I thought, that looks like a deflated heart balloon to me. And so I looked around the pages, here somewhere. This one here seemed to match up with the indents happened. And we'll just do a, so if you deflated this a wee bit, you can see here, if we look at this part here where the shadows are, which we're seeing on that picture, starts to form the same sort of, the sharp peaks, right? The peaks here. And if you just fade this side of it here, which we're seeing in that picture, we're actually looking at it the wrong way. So people have done some enhancements on it. This one here. enhancements using AI instead of using the brain. And you can see here the computer has interpreted it slightly different to what I would, and actually made the peaks more visible here, and also tried to make sense of the pattern on it. Kind of looks like a clown's face here, a big smile here and the ear. Looks like the hair going around here. Looks like two eyes and a little bubble nose there, doesn't it? That kind of looks like a clown's face on it. But people said no, it's Batman, and there's Batman's head and his arm going up to his hand and thing, and I thought this is just bollocks.
Not even the same colour as the one.
It could be like 3 flowers at the top, you know, like roses, and saying Happy Valentine's Day or something around the bottom here, you know, and that looks like it could be just a crease, or get well soon, or get well, you know, it could be some writing there. Well, it's just matrixing of dark and bright patches, you know. But you can see here in the AI, it's actually got rid of those little side peaks, you know, that I was talking about. It's actually interpreted it the same way I have on the side here, where it looks more like a Mylar balloon, where the seams stuck together. Alright. So I thought, let's see if we can do better than this. And this is what the other experts said it was. Batman balloon. Because it's got the same shape and those little peaky bits popping out, which is incredibly wrong. I said that's just trying to fit it with your brain and discarding all the other information that was out the side here and around the top and all that sort of stuff. Let's see what else we got here. There was another one that had flat sides that Gufon just put up yesterday. It was absolutely ridiculous. It looked like it had been, someone had turned it into artwork and changed all the angles into flat sides, which it clearly isn't. So anyway, what I did is, first of all, I did this one of a filter, which you can see here where it separates the blues from the silver and the blacks a wee bit, and you can see here straight away that it's actually more to the balloon, which the AI also picked up here, which looks like a roundness to it, and roundness at the top here, which the AI threw out, which I don't understand why. And you can see little bits here, what you call atmospherics, where light's reflecting off the balloon here, and the color swap has detected a slight change in the blues around the outside here, but don't worry about that. We can see roughly here the bulk of the red is actually forming almost like a heart balloon. Now it just turned out to be red. I didn't, you know, because heart balloons are generally red or silver. It's just the way it turned out with the filter. It wasn't actually expecting that, but yeah, that was the best image that popped out, which actually shows this side of it is actually the reflection of the crinkles. And so next one, I added the balloon on as comparison shots, and you can see where the crinkles are. So this one here looks like it's here, and you can see here's that big black bit that seems to be sticking out here. And then you go down to the next wrinkle here, which is that one there, and you can see it's got some dark outline here. And of course on this high res snap of the balloon, you can see it's all got the same sort of shading, right? They got the light source on the side here, same as the sun. So I thought, wow, this is a really good comparison, even though this should be turned slightly that way. It's sort of matching up. And if you look at this one here, it's got the same roundness happening, but you can see the bits here are sort of going in where the seams are as well. You can see the seam there, and then another seam. And the shadow here, look at the red here. It's matching exactly on the balloon here, look.
Yep.
Would you agree that would be the same? You know, the pattern?
Yep. I would.
So a lot of hits on this, I thought. And you can't see the little bit coming down here, but looks like there's something here. You know, it looks like it's darker bit coming down here. So it's pretty good for a photo of a photo, I think. And you can see the seams here where the pointy bits are again. And you can't quite see the edge of the balloon because of the angle this one's turned. But if you turn this one, it's going to have, you can see here the black thing going around exactly the same way here. It's just the lighting, you know, how it sort of curves and all that. And this is the sort of thing you pick up from doing it daily for years, right? You do analysis on it. So I think it's a heart balloon that's sort of slightly deflated. You can see here it does look like it's lost a wee bit of gas, but it's pretty close. I reckon 99% from what I'm seeing. So I've pointed out the creases matching up. 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 down the bottom here, which matches up with their so-called image here. You can see the creases going around, and the little thing hanging down here, which we can't quite see.
Would the air pressure cause some of them creases as well? As it's going up, like shrink, like pushing it inwards, or not? Or would that just be expanding it as it's going up?
Yes and no, I guess. It depends how much gas it's lost, you know. Of course, it's going to squash it in as the air pressure. But normally the air pressure inside is greater than as it goes up because the air gets thinner, isn't it? So it's like if you go into sea, right, you're getting the pressure in. But if you go further up in the atmosphere or out the sea, the air pressure is less on the outside. So that's why it expands and pops, right? So, yeah, 26,000 feet. It's probably lost some gas, but still it's got the air pressure, so it's still puffed out, right? So it's a yes and no answer. So I reckon this one probably can go a lot higher because it looks still pretty much inflated, right? That's what I'm saying. It's lost maybe a wee bit of gas, but it's a bit hard to tell. It looks really similar to the advertising snapshot, and it doesn't look anything like these ones at all because it doesn't match the color. All of them have yellow or black or orange, and normally they have the printed thing both sides, right? So anyone out there disagree with my analysis? Do you understand what I'm pointing out here? Just ask away. Gufon said it's 100% the same match, right? But it's not. That's where you got to. This is where your skills come in on video analysis, right? And not be caught up on pareidolia. But yeah, there's only 2 Batman balloons, as far as I know. There's no silver ones. I could have considered the Batman one, maybe if there was a silver one. But you can see here when you look at the Batman central to this one. But if you have a look at the image again, the AI one, it's not central. If that's Batman's head and his arm going up there and another arm going up here to a hand, you can see it doesn't match the same patterns. No way it's going to be the Batman balloon.
Yeah. And this is why the pilot had spotted it, because it was silver. Because the sun had hit it. It's glaring off it, wouldn't it?
People did put out a good lot of suggestions on Twitter. Maybe I'll just have a look at the debrief comments. And also the Black Vault did put out something. Also we got this other one to look at here at some stage. Third Phase put out a balloon video, or most of these are balloon videos, and I did some analysis on that, so we'll be talking about that one coming up, where I think it could be some sort of character balloon, but we'll come back to that one. Just remind me to go back to it. You said also the blimp one. I did actually post a comment to you last night, making sure if you had it handy that we could
UFO
just read. You said there was a map. You found the airport on the map where the balloon was heading to.
Yeah.
Didn't you? And I said I'll get the link ready for today's show, and it's probably a wee bit too late to now put it up, but you can still put it at the end if you want to, if you can find the link. That would then harden our analysis there that it was actually a blimp that someone had up, rather than what Scott Brando was saying it was some sort of artifact caused by atmospherics from the moon. So let's just go to... I should be at the front, should not? In the front. What's that one there? Yeah, I haven't got these arranged right, have I? Yeah. It's coming up properly. Alright, so let's just go to Twitter. I think Scott's probably put up something about it too. Let's just have a quick look at his. He's going to say it's definitely a Mylar balloon, like everybody. Where is it? There we go. This update on Reddit is amazing. So he's been conned by it, see? And this is the difference between me and these guys, right? I'm forever tuning my skills up in video editing. And when you order something online versus when it arrives. Unbelievable. I used AI upscaling. That's where I got this image from. Alleged UFO in the recent leaked photograph. What do you think? I see a Milo balloon. So do I. But he hasn't done any analysis himself, right? This is why I don't like Scott too much. He reckons their page is unbelievable. I bet it doesn't include my image from today. Now let's just have a quick look. Does it open? .3D mesh. See, then they're talking about cell phone, but it wasn't with a cell phone. It was taken with high-spec camera that fighter pilots use, I think. And then someone took a snapshot of it with their photograph as a printout. Maybe a glossy photo, maybe, I don't know. It's the information is really sketchy at best, coming from that Debrief website. So yeah, all these experts here have been misled by the shape, you see, pareidolia. It's understandable. I used to be conned by that so easily. But they've excluded key information there on that balloon, that outside faint shadow, which shows rest of the balloon. So it looks like Scott believes them. Should listen to me, mate. I'm not so stupid. Yeah, so we need to find the debrief. Even Mick West has used my analysis in the past on his own blog. Debrief. The debrief, is it? Is it going to come up? Can't see. Here we go. Is it that one? It looks like it's verified. How come they get verified? Is that the right one? No. Looks like a copycat, or they've used the name that someone else is using. I think I might have it on my page linked. You'd think it'd come up in the first searches because it's popular at the moment. Debrief. Have I spelled it wrong? Maybe. I before E. UFO. Let's see what comes up now. Twitter sucks for searching. Here we go. Debrief, is that the one? Leaked photographs. Let's go into their website. We don't want that. Everybody's talking about it. You know, the guys from... what's that guy's name? Greg Newcook. That's the one that did the Hella series. My amusement about yesterday's UFO balloons is absolutely not me dunking on the outlet that broke the story. I love a lot of the guys who run the debrief. Great dudes who do really wonderful, smart and necessary work. So they're defending them. So where's a link to debrief here? Here we go. Is that it? No. We want their Twitter account. Black Vault has got some up. Let's have a look at theirs. So you should see my posts here, hopefully. Oh no, this looks like a new post. This is today's one. So I'm not on it. Damn it. I want the old post. Why can't we find the link to their Twitter account here? It should be obvious. There we go. Right. Dr. Richard Tuggan. Who the hell's that? Leaked image. See, it's all over the place, isn't it? Everybody's talking about it. Kind of gets a wee bit boring, I find. I'm almost ready to move on. I think it's already been debunked. It's a slightly deflated heart balloon, as far as I'm concerned. Why can't I see the link to their page though? No one's actually replying back to them. Why can't I find it, guys? Why is it not listed? Looks like they've been cut out the picture. Everybody's linking to their main site. But not their Twitter page, which is stupid. Okay, alright, what's that one? Debrief Media, is that the one? There they go. Alright, so let's go back to the original post. Where is it? This one here, I think. Breaking news. 4th of December? Yeah, a couple of days ago. So we'll go through and see what other people have suggested here. Whether I've been silenced, I don't see me. Was it even the right one? McWest. Stationary. Relative to what? Relational given attribute to pilots of seemingly unaffected by ambient air currents is ridiculous. All balloons above a few hundred feet look stationary from a plane. So he's talking about they're traveling relative speed to them, to the balloon. Pilots who encounter the object describing that, unlike a balloon, under similar conditions, the object was completely motionless and seemingly unaffected by ambient air currents. So they often see balloons in similar circumstances then. Ridiculous. Also, I've pointed out too, we don't know what Mother Nature does some crazy stuff. We don't know if there's little eddies or vortexes where the balloon can be caught up in it for a few minutes and it looks like it's actually going against the wind. So, you know, maybe it's just not ever been detected or researched yet, right? So, who's to say that there's still some missing holes in science which will make the balloon appear stationary if they're in the right spot at the right time, which is possible, right? Keep on going down. What was that one? That one's really bad. Yeah, that's the sort of image we get from Tyler in Third Phase of the Moon, isn't it?
Anything, couldn't it? Absolutely
serious question. When zoomed in my computer, there's a pixel square. Can someone explain to me, untrained eye? Well, he's zoomed in without any sort of algorithms that actually enhance the images you zoom. But I think he's got hold of maybe a copy of a copy or something, you know. I don't know, it looks like he's got a lower res version there to me as well, because the blocks are too big. Yeah, let's just keep on going. Hey McWest, what would a balloon have some sort of oblong field around it? We didn't see any field there. There may have been some atmospherics, but there's no compression I saw on that image. Whether it was a high res snapshot, you know, where they do burst mode on airline pilots' head cams, or whether it's taken of a frame of a video, which I highly doubt. But I guess they might even record in 8K now on pilots, or 16K. They may have the latest technology in their headsets, right? So it's possible to get really good images now. It's just that we're never ever going to see it for real UFOs, obviously. So here we go. We got Batman balloon again. What's he doing with it? Oh, he's doing a merge. Again, totally missing the point that the Batman image is actually inside there, not the whole thing of the image. See, he's overlaying it wrong. Wrong. And now they're talking about latex balloons, which is totally wrong. Okay, someone said at least 23,000 feet, which is, as we've already seen on a science page, that's not true. And of course, they're talking about party balloons there. So they're mixing up, these are definitely not Mylar balloons, they're latex. Okay, we'll just keep on going. There we go for time. Probably spent too long on it already. Okay, so this is the stupid one Gufon put up, wasn't it? This one here, this was what I was looking for. Where someone's actually done some crazy editing on it. So I'll just open it up fully. And they're trying to compare that to the Batman one. Or it's another one's really similar. But you can see here straight away, this guy's at least included that faded bit, which gives it a more rounded shape as a heart balloon. And he's coloured it in a way the crinkles actually look like hard surfaces. I don't think that's the one that Gufon used, was it, yesterday? There's got to be another one out here somewhere. It's one that's similar to that Batman. So I replied to all these people. Where's my comments? Oh, here we go. There you go. There's my today's show one. So they haven't ghosted me. Someone's comparing that Roswell one. What was that guy's name? Dr. Road photograph. Obviously, it's nothing related. Here I am, down further again. I wonder if anyone's listened. Probably not. I was hoping to find the other square balloon, but it's not on that debrief website. I think it may be on someone else's. Let's see. But yeah, we could probably bring up Gufon's video frame and actually show you what he was comparing it with. It might be the easiest. He's got it off somewhere anyway. Almost need a thumbnail for Gufon now, because we're probably going to have to debunk him as well as all the other frauds out there. Let's see. Gufon YouTube. Gufon Wikipedia. I didn't even realise that was a word. German, is it? Well, while we're here, let's just have a look and see what it says. Where's the English version?
That's Spanish.
Spanish.
Esperanto.
So.
I think it's Spanish. I think it's Esperanto.
Gufo. Single out of Gufo. Borrowed. I thought it's going to be something really funny.
No such luck.
No such luck. Gufon, that's the one. I think. Or was it a copycat? The big copycats of him. Okay, here's the picture he's put up here. Let's see if we can get it bigger. That's not it though, is it? I think he has a different one. This...
Had a little bit of...
And the whole of this was...
Maybe it is. I thought he had another one up.
Oh, you kidding me?
Shows...
Before a movie?
Here's another one up, I think, that shows the angles. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he did.
So the whole video was just about this thing, and people having go to him and stuff.
2 hours on it, but we're spending an hour and a half on it by the looks of it, because I'm going to move on now. I could have put it through more video editing for you, just to prove the points of the shading. I can quickly do that now. If the CPU holds up. Paint.net. Yeah, haven't caught up on the side there. UFO man. Okay. Now we can quickly look at that next, I suppose, before we look at third phase hoaxing. So there's the original image. First thing you do is scale it up. We've got lots of interesting stuff coming up instead of this boring balloon one. And then you can run it through all the filters. You can zoom in a bit more like I did as well. Yeah, it's just a matter of knowing how to use this without creating too many artifacts. That's the key thing, really. But yeah, I'm not too sure where my sweet spot was. Probably somewhere there, probably. You can overexpose it. Too much white there. But you can see here definitely already the rest of the balloon that's reflecting, right, going around. And here is just what everyone's focusing on, which is the shadow part. So it kind of looks like a face there now, even if we zoom in. Kind of looks like it looks like a face, like an alien head, even. Look, eyes, mouth. That's pareidolia for you. But we can play around with this and change it all, right, as you're seeing with the other filters. So we can change the whites here to highlight more reflection. And now we're getting to where you can actually see it looks like a cat head now. It looks like a cat's face. Look, ears. Looks like a black and white cat. You know how they have the black. But you can still see there, it looks more like a heart-shaped balloon.
Yep.
Alright, and you can just play around with it. All the swapping out the colours. Definitely you can see this part of the balloon there reflecting, and now you can see part of the balloon here reflecting. This is what's good with the interactive filters. And then we can start to change the pixels on the background behind, the blues, all the different blues, blacks and reds in there. There we go. Oh. Unfortunately the CPU is playing up a wee bit. Now that even looks crazier there, doesn't it? But you can see here it definitely has a heart shape happening to it, rather than pointy ears. And again, it looks like some sort of character. It looks like a seahorse now, or something like that. Some demon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't find that sweet spot. That's why sometimes when I get the right filter, I snap it. But you can see there. It's playing up a wee bit because of the CPU, but we'll just close that one down. Just to show that I hadn't fabricated anything. Sometimes I can save the filter so I can just reload the same one that I found gave the best overview. You know, you can see the different shades of the clouds and the blues. You know, there's atmospherics here. You can't see, this all looks to us like it's all the same blue, but it's not. It's actually got bits on here where it's slightly darker blues, you know, and it's going through crystals and air molecules, and it's changing it slightly. So yeah, to me it just looks like normal reflection patterns where the creases are, right? And it doesn't look like it's got any writing on it at all now, or clown's face or demon or whatever. So yeah, so let's just load up your thing here. Looks like a grey. Yeah, it's amazing what we see now when we muck around with the editor. We actually start to see what we want to see, you know. So let's copy Charles's thing here. Reckons for the blimp one we did.
UFO, go to UFO Man videos first. You'll see it. You'll see it on there.
Okay, can you drop it in and out again? You're sort of corrupting up on the voice. I'm not sure if you're hearing it, but I am.
No, I'm not hearing it.
If you talk exactly why there's some audio, you just fade away into oblivion. So, just load this one up. Oh yeah, so he's found a blimp base on the road there. There you go. It's actually listed. A Goodyear blimp. So could it have been a Goodyear blimp after all? I don't know. I'm not too sure what Charles has found here.
Okay, back.
This is talking about San Diego, not UK. Are you talking about the UK one, or are you talking about? I thought you were talking about the UK.
No, in California.
I thought you were talking about the British one.
Yeah, I said it. I said to you, remember, remember the one that was over Stonehenge?
That's the one I thought you were talking.
A bit like that. No, the UFO man's put one up, and he said it's a Tic Tac. But I looked at it, and I think it was a blimp. And I looked on the map, and it's got a Goodyear blimp airport right by. That's the main road that car was on.
Are you saying it's not the same case? I thought you said you solved the UK one by finding the airstrip.
No, it's UFO man.
Are you talking about a different case altogether then?
Yeah, but I said it was like that one. It was over Stonehenge.
We knew there was a airship club further along, a few blocks away on the UK one.
Yeah.
Which would make sense that if they were going to house it there, the Expo balloon that they were using from Spirit of Arabia, I think it was called.
Yeah. Well, this one was in California.
You're talking about this one here?
That's
Now you got me sort of voice going too. Hang on, let me just get a drink. It is like 26.5 degrees Celsius here. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit.
Warm. It's warm.
It's warm, but it slowly dries your throat out.
Yeah.
We'll just have a quick look then. He's going to have some stupid music, isn't he? Has he changed the intro again?
Yeah.
He's changed it again.
And that's it. That one. The far one.
I'm not sure if I've seen this video before or not.
Well, it's from a bit back.
It looks familiar.
12th of the 2nd, 2020.
Is that the one I said it could be advertising balloon or anything like that? Is that the one I remember? And now you found an airport for a blimp, so it's probably the good
by that road.
So it's a Goodyear blimp. There you go. It's on that highway.
Yeah.
So what's he saying? Anything?
See it? Can't zoom in on it. There it is.
UFO spotted over Commerce.
Yeah, the aliens hid in the way there a bit. California. Yep, we know. That was the hangar I was telling you about. Airport somewhere in California where they house the Goodyear blimp-based airport. Yeah.
There is.
Where's the sea from that, though? I think they've got several places they land, actually.
Look on the Google map itself.
Yeah, there's another one they land next to. It's near the sea, actually. It's not too far away from the sea, but that one looks a bit too far in.
Yeah. If you look on the satellite image, you'll see it better.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Long Beach. I think there's another one further down here that they house as well. Yeah, remember it was on that one where I was doing the MUFON debunk.
Yeah.
And he was saying it was a UFO, and I said, nah, I think it's an advertising balloon. And we found a picture of the Goodyear blimp actually on satellite image at the thing. Has that one got the satellite image of the blimp landed? But it was at one of the airports.
It's showing the airport.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the airport I was thinking of. They do have airports all over the damn place, though. What's happening here? It's all...
That's it.
No,
it's clear up here a second.
Yeah, what's all this? Buildings. Right. What's that? Goodyear blimp, is it?
That might be the roof.
Looks like it's got printing.
Goodyear.
Goodyear. Is it printed on the roof and it's sort of degraded or what? Kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Goodyear blimp.
It's the hangar by the look of it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense here though. Almost looks like a painting rather than a picture, you know what I mean? But that's not the airport. There's another airport where you can actually clearly see it landed at the airport. And it's closer to the sea. It's on the coast. Yeah. But maybe they relocated it. Maybe they built their own pad. But anyway, we don't want to get lost on that one.
No. I solved it, so leave it now.
I thought it was over here somewhere, around the airports. Sometimes you can spot airports. We got Navy Place. What's that one? So that's the airport there, you see. It's not far from the other one, where the Goodyear blimp is. Definitely a big runway there. That one's called Seal Beach. But they got more over the place, and it's pretty close to the thing. Anyway, we won't spend time looking at that. I know it's fun. Fun looking over the map to see what we can find.
I just wanted to prove to everybody that it was the Goodyear blimp. That's all I was trying to make out.
Okay.
Well, I found it.
Yeah, blimps have a lot of LED lights on the outside. They light up like a Christmas tree.
Especially at night.
And of course the cameras overexpose it, right? And so you just see a big blob of light. There's a side chat I'm talking to here. I'll just zoom in so you can see that I'm not going mad. Something's going wrong here. Damn it. We've got too much super zoom on. There you go. What's that saying?
This time I didn't know that.
Okay, so we got someone spamming us. I know you guys need a bit of practice getting rid of that. But I'll get rid of it there. But it doesn't delete it here still, does it? No. So normally what I have to do is reload that. Get rid of it.
So it doesn't delete it the same as YouTube, does it?
No. OBS have got problems with their code. The colours don't even match, right? So you have to type a new message now, because it's now clean. Because we don't want them advertising on our show. Really, they should be banned, really. We got timeouts. And you got ban him. I should have really banned him, shouldn't I? But anyway. Yeah, if you turn on... There's a little cog down near the chat thing. If you click on that, if you're a moderator, I think you can click on show mod icons. And it gives you a little trash can and a ban icon next to the people's names in the list. You should really have a play around with the Twitch chat options here. So, where did we get to? Gufon Hoaxing a orb. Maybe we should just leave him to the end. Although we could just quickly talk about this one too, I think. So I put up a video clip of the so-called ghost orb that he claims, and I believe he's actually hoaxing it. So I believe now we should not just call him a fraud, we should call him a hoaxer. And this is the video. The video clip of a so-called orb is meant to be there.
I don't know. Well, what can I use? Anybody?
This is just a complete joke.
You see here the light is reflecting off his sheet that's behind him. And you can see this hand here was aimed at the last position if you watch it really closely. I think on his voice recorder there's like a laser pointer. I actually did some research on it, but you can see here in his hand it looks like he's got his thumb over the light or button that turns on the laser beam. Here's a close-up of the laser beam. It's definitely not a ghost orb. And you can see here as he's coming into frame, It's aiming at the spot where that ghost orb disappeared to. You can see the way it moves in the video. I'll get the link to it so people can play it and zoom in a bit better. And the other next day he puts out saying a spirit orb or what it looks like. Someone pointed a laser. Yeah, you mate. Alright, he puts up a thing saying it's a ghost orb. Now I wanted to know whether you could get a green laser pointer and shine it at a chroma key green sheet behind, and whether it show up as a white blob, and I think it does, because if it's slightly different green, what it'll do is, because it's brighter light, it's going to be like the strip light he's got here. See, the strip light is actually built behind the sheet, the green sheet. It's like a sheet, just like you have on the bed, on a line behind the person. It's the right color green for the chroma key to work, so you can put up any image behind you. He didn't know why this was shining through the sheet, so that just proves that the white light could be from a handheld device in my book, right? Because the chroma key should see that as a big bright green strip, right? And it's showing it up as white instead. It depends how they code it, I think. And of course I found these laser pointers online, which comes with multiple features. This one here is actually a pen, a voice recorder, 16 gig flash drive in it, laser pointer, ballpoint pen, and digital voice recorder.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I wouldn't mind one of those. That looks pretty good. Then you got one like this, 5-in-1 wireless presenter. So it's actually got a play button backwards and forwards, and you can actually control things remotely with it. Obviously like an overhead projector, and it also has a laser pointer and a voice recorder. So you can actually, and then a USB stick and all that sort of stuff, and that allows you to record what you're presenting to students, I guess. To me that looks very similar to what's in his hand here. But there's all sorts of different models out there. So I just want to quickly touch on that one. I think he's hoaxing it, or maybe accidentally hoaxed it, but I don't know.
I think he knows what he's doing.
You think he's hoaxing?
He knew what he was doing.
Mm. And we could use the line that most fraud channels use. It's up to you to decide whether you're being misled, gullible or not. Whether you believe that's a ghost orb or him pranking you. And seeing if people actually believed it or not. Me, I was highly suspicious of it, especially when he come into the frame there. And he put his hand, I'm not sure if it shows it all, but when he sits down you can see how he hides the thing in his hand. Why does it stop playing? You can't quite see the orb in a small window. See what happens with the thing in his hand? He puts it under the table here. See that? He put it under the table.
What can I use? Anybody?
He's got it under the table, his hand under the table. Why would you hide it? Why not just put it on the table in front like he's done with this other one over here? Because this one also looks like a laser pointer, so I'm not too sure what that is, but I think it might be a torch in this hand. But either way, it's highly suspicious.
I think he's put it onto his lap, hasn't he?
Mm.
Put it onto his lap.
And then he moves it out the side. So he goes to the middle there. He's doing something suspicious there, if I was concerned. There you go, and then he puts it out to the side. So yeah, that one's finished with, so let's move on.
That's why I think what he was doing.
No, still haven't gotten to the first phase. Which one's third phase? Oh, okay, we're coming up. So we might as well get this one out the way with two. It's a real quick one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Take a long time sometimes.
Well, the third phase one, I won't play the video, but this is a frame from the video. It just moves slowly across the sky, and they took the usual garbage, right? So at the first I thought maybe it's a bunch of balloons, but once you start analysing it and zooming in, you can definitely see some features, and this is my zoomed in enhanced one, using sharpener as well. And you can see here it's got some colour spot there. It looks like two little legs coming down here, and it looks like it's got three white fingers coming out of some sort of, you know, black top that it's wearing. And over here you can't see. Kind of looks like it's got two black eyes. There's a little line going in between, and it almost looks like a chicken thing coming down here, and a beak and a white head. And I thought, it kind of looks like one of those Angry Bird characters. I wonder if there's a character balloon. So we did actually do a lot of searching online to see if we can match up something and put it on, you know, me. I put the image of what I think it's going to be. But I just left the word Angry Birds. I thought it maybe might be the eagle one, which we can just do a quick search on here.
We spent some time looking for this one, didn't we?
Yeah. So it wasn't actually. It was actually, if you look at it, it was actually laying downwards on its belly, and I just rotated it up where I thought the head was. Angry Birds eagle, I think it was the character that's wearing black. That's what I thought it was going to be. This character here from Angry Birds, where it has like three fingers on the end. I thought, is there going to be a bird based on the eagle character? And you start to see variations pop up. Is that the eagle one?
That's the eagle one.
What's that, a toy? Kind of looks crazy. So this one's fatter now, you see, and you start to see variations of it. Three fingers. So here's one that looks like a chicken, so maybe it's the chicken one. I haven't seen that one before. I missed that one. See the is that the eagle or is that the chicken? Is it eagle or chicken?
Don't know.
You see what I mean though? I think it's based on this character. Was my thinking. I'm not sure what other people out there think. Went to the other 6 people for opinions. Come on, people, get with it.
So he's only got 3 on here again now.
Yeah, I know. But Plex said Twitch stats are wrong. He looked at the Bruce Maccabee one. He said even though it said we had 7 on, there was actually like 9 or 10. So there's obviously bugs with their code or something. So here's Eagle one, or something similar to the Eagle one. There's the Eagle one, starting to look fatter now, but still has the 3 fingers. So yeah, I think it's some sort of character boom based on that character. But yeah, here we go. This one here, look. Looks very similar to the balloon, but it's got less of a head. It's sort of merged it into the body. So I could see a character balloon made of that one there, see? But anyway, maybe people recognize it out there. But it's actually on Third Phase of the Moon. I suppose we could play a quick clip of it. So you can see where we got it from. But it's actually garbage, isn't it? So they got some more garbage up. Do you remember which one it was? Was it this one?
That one, yeah. That's it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
See, they got all the monolith ones up still. See, collecting credits. 69 views, 1,000 views on that one now. 59. They should be removed if they're honest. Is this the one? Special report, guys. Special. There we go. Here's the actual balloon drifting in the sky. Moves like a balloon. Or a bunch of balloons. And no zooming in, no enhancement. This is on a smartphone, obviously. Probably an Apple iPhone. We saw a bug or bird fly past then. And if we zoom into it ourselves, you see it's out of focus most of the time.
Concave camera stuff.
Out of focus. See. Oh, it's gone again. Where's it gone? And you can start to see now. Looks like it may have rotated some. Definitely got a blink beak there, right? See that there? You can see how I rotated it around. So there's one arm sticking out like a Superman character or wing, and there's the other arm coming out this way. So what I did is I rotated it around, but you can see here it's definitely got orange, and you can see it's out of focus. Yeah, if it was in focus, we may be able to see. Like I said to him, it kind of looked like a Donald Duck thing. Does it look like a blue hat there as well, if you rotated it around? Could be a Donald Duck balloon with like a police hat or blue hat. A fat Donald Duck of some kind. You can only see one leg there now, I see. Yeah, I need a pointer, but when I zoom in, I lose the pointer. So it looks like a hat there, where the big pointer is. The top of his head that's white, and it looks like maybe two black eyes and a beak there. His hand with the 3 fingers, and another hand with the 3 fingers here. And we only see one leg here. Alright, do you see what now? Looks like a little blue hat there.
Yeah.
Could be some form of Donald Duck bird rather than Angry Bird. But you can see it's not in focus. But yeah, you can go and watch that video there for more details and see what you think. But we don't
Definitely a
spend.
bird.
There's some sort of character balloon is what we can say. Even on my video picture here, you can see it looks like it's got some sort of blue hat. That's sort of in the background there. Once we get the cursor up there, looks like a little hat of some kind. Anyway, that's the best I could get. One frame from the whole video where it's sort of made a bit more sense. Again, I'll post a link to it. And now we can get on to the third phase stuff for the last hour. Actually, it probably won't take that long. Third phase, UFO debunk, balloon character. Like I said, there's lots we have to look at every week now. It's just ridiculous. There's much noise being produced. See, they could do what I do, analyze it, and then decide, oh yeah, that's a really good one, to demonstrate that it's a balloon or unknown craft, right? But it never happens. They just put it up there. Oh, it just come in 1 minute ago. Watch this. Brent, what do you think? Oh, I don't think it's CGI. It's the same routine over and over again, right? I don't think it's CGI. What else do they say? Oh, it doesn't move like a balloon, and it looks like it's the size of a house. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's just nonsense, right? Got to follow the...
said it was a...
What did you say, Charles? You got cut off there.
Gufon said it was a UFO.
Did he?
Yeah.
So that's why he's the expert, right?
Yep.
A UFO. Who would say that was a UFO? Unless you mean in the sense that it's unknown. But it's not unknown once you do analysis on it. That's clearly a balloon. So this is a problem with talking heads, you know. They just put it up there, don't do an analysis on it before the show or even during the show like we do. And they criticize others and character assassinate other people. Because they're idiots. Okay, so let's... did I post that one? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to third phase. Now, back in Live 26, back in the old days when I have a really crappy laptop, more crappy than this one. Hang on, I'm just being interrupted. What do I? Just some toast. I'll just eat some toast.
Just toast.
Just toast with
Mommy's going to bring food.
I'm being asked what I want to eat. I just said toast will do. Okay. So I'll just pop up this thing. It was actually quite a long one. I kicked it off. How many hours was it? Do you know? Have to start it to see. It's actually 4 and 15 minutes live show, but we had people drop in and out, and they kept bringing it up, so we kept going back to it. So yeah, I just posted it up there, and now I've got the video on the hard drive, so I'm going to play it off my hard drive. Third phase Hoaxing live event revisit. Now I've got some more tools and skills.
This took some sorting.
Yeah, you can see the video quality is only 720p here as well, which is a bit of disappointment. Hangouts on air, they kept mucking around the code and changing the bit rate, and also corrupts the font. And you can see here that the font's not very good. It's not readable like it is nowadays. We've come a long way since the old days anyway. And a lot of people jumped on there. But I've got a proper copy on the hard drive, the source file, which we'll play. And yeah, I got some other posts here from Scott about it, but we'll just come back to that. So let's find the next folder. So we're finished with the balloons now, and they can go into live stream. That's the wrong number. It should be 348. See what I mean? I keep putting 2 for some reason.
It's because your eyes.
Maybe I mistype it.
Or is it the keys?
The keys are slightly over too. Yeah, it just annoys me. Okay,
sometimes
so
if I don't press properly, it comes up somewhat different.
Okay, so this is my original source files I took from the night. So I actually did some screen snapshots, which was really lucky I did, because they removed the original video. So yeah, we did some good analysis here during the week, just to save a bit of time. But maybe we can repeat it. I don't know, to show you how it can be done. Where's the video? Here. So let's see if it plays all right. I'm gonna have to drag it across. And you'll see how bad the font is. I might just leave it at that size here. Maybe take it up a wee bit. Nope. So I hate Windows. Pretty sure I had that locked. Lock all taskbars. Looks like it on me. Don't want it moving up. There you go. It gets rid of that stupid thing at the bottom. So Why won't it let me grab the bottom of it? Windows kind of sucks really, doesn't it? Doesn't let me grab it from the bottom, so I do it from the top instead. So you can see here how bad the fonts are corrupted, right? That's still readable there. It does actually get worse in places. It's really hot in here. But that's the way it is to keep the noise out from these guys. I could leave it open a wee bit, but you're going to have to put that thing in the door.
Let's see.
Sorry guys, I'm being interrupted here. So
what are you saying?
So that's me talking back in the old days.
It's just fine in then, mate. Yep. Cool.
We need to get to the... We need to mute it anyway, because I'm going to re-talk it. So we're going to get to the real video. Here it is here. Back in those days I wasn't sure about copyrights, so I actually put it on slow motion and muted them and just put up the captions. These are the guys talking on the video. It's Blake Cousins, Brent's there obviously, and also the guy that's renting the house up on the LA hills, right? It kind of looks like a really rich big house with a big balcony, $1 million place. So he must be getting lots of money. So we'll just play the video. Doing their live UFO event. And you notice here already that we can only see 3 lights here, and the other ones look like they started fading. So we'll just keep on playing it. So they were saying, is it drones? Drones. Looks like drones. But they were saying it's UFO to start with. So I got it on slow motion here. Unfortunately, we haven't got the video to replay it. But you can see here is the guy. I think it's the guy standing there. You can see a palm tree. What it looks like in the background.
Okay, there was an aircraft at the top as well, wasn't there?
Yep. At the moment I've got it paused, I think. I'm still talking about it there.
Yeah.
Might have to zoom it on a wee bit. Oh yeah, so they're panning around here, which is quite interesting to see the big property that they're on. Line adjustments here. There we go. And can we pause it with the space? I'm just a bit worried that it's not going to work. So you can see here there's definitely motion blur. And we can see the skyline here of buildings and house lights and street lights, obviously. Third phase, my god, I saw something over... I might have to move him out the way. Hang on. Santa, you're in the way. Let's put you over here. Over the comments. Third phase, something over life. I don't think it's life. Over LA, I think it's meant to say there. What's so the panning around here. Now where's the lights disappeared to? They were up here somewhere, weren't they, before?
Yeah.
See how suddenly the lights got brighter there, like it was trying to focus on something closer to the camera? Not sure, that's something I've just noticed. Let me just go back there. It's only for a few frames. Let's see. Oh shit, it's disappeared just like it's gone. Yeah, mate. We really believe you, Blake. Where's that bit where it flashes? So they're using iPads, I think, filming it. They got a tablet there. Let's see if you can see the flash as it sort of loses autofocus. Look, they pan around really quickly, so on purpose, I think. It's really hard to get the right spots because it happens so fast. Okay, so that's my cursor up there. I'm going to come down a little past, it said. He asked Brent what he thinks, and Brent said, I'm not going to say anything, which is not really suspicious. It could be drones, it could be drones. Okay, here's a plane coming down here. It's very faint, but eventually you see it's 3 dots. Landing gear and things. Saying they were here earlier. Absolutely. Did I miss the spot where they pan around? Oh look, who was that just got up in front of the camera then? Now you can start to see another 2 lights here. Can't see the plane.
And somebody just sat down in front of it.
Yeah, so we don't know the distance away from the edge of the balcony they are here, which is quite a thing, and we're not actually sure because they haven't got any daytime snaps of the same area they're filming from, which is normally what you do when you investigate something. You say, here's the daytime view of where we were last night. This guy is kind of nuts. That's about all I can pull in. I'm going to get, so I don't think the translation's right there. A better angle. So this is professional camera work of Blake Cousins here. You can see he's either covered the camera or angled it down. But he's not kept it on the UFO the whole time. And now he's bringing it back up.
Which is what you're supposed to do if you're watching a UFO. Keep the camera on it.
And now they say it's gone. Yeah, magic. Click your fingers, get the camera off, and then make sure you do something sneaky. It's all illusion, guys. And they're the 2 people there, or 3. You see, there's a lot of, because I got it on slow motion here, you can see how fast they're moving in and out of the camera. 1 second ago, and now the plane is still there. That plane now is still there, almost like it's your baby. Did pull on this OCC. Yeah, I saw right now. See how blurry it is? Long exposure. You see it's movement, a lot of movement. Here he starts panning around. You see there, it looks like it was trying to focus on something. I'm not sure if it's a person or maybe something we're not seeing. Then it comes back in focus here. That's what I was trying to get before. There we go. They're going to pan around now. And you can start to see the house. So it's got a checkered tile playing on the floor. You can see how massive this place is, right? So it's got a huge outside area here. It looks like maybe a table, barbecue area. And it's got some lantern lights here. Aha, bingo. It's got a lot of fairy lights going around the outside of the house. And some of them are different spacing. So those ones together there look very similar to what we're seeing in the sky, right? We've got the bright light 2 in the middle, bright light. We also got various angles here. And we got the ponytail guy here.
Is that Blake?
That's Blake.
Looks like him too.
Mr. Ponytail. And we got also some outside lights here. And hey presto. We got a whole collection of 5 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with motion blur. But they pan around so quick there, you see, we don't get a good stable picture. City lights back around again. And the lights in the sky disappeared. Just like magic. I wish you could hear them talking though. You could see they were really suspicious. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. It's a hand here. Someone's holding a iPad or Android tablet of some kind. And we're seeing the reflections of the house lights behind them. And hey presto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep on going. Zoom in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one's dropped off under the hand, is it? And hey presto, there's the UFO, and it's on an angle on this one. So the guy was filming it himself with Blake on another camera. And we don't see it disappear like he disappeared, right? But here looks like reflection on glass, and it's lining up with the UFO on the screen. And still looking at the tablet here. Got arm going across, pointing. And just notice how crystal clear the tree looks here, but it looks blurry here, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure if you can see that. But the tree looks a bit more better defined than it does when it's getting closer to the lights here. So that might be a clue. And you can see, didn't the lights move closer to the tree instantly then? Not sure if I can go back a bit. I think they're moving closer to the tree. Let's go back a wee bit there. Have a look at on the tablet again. It's really fine adjustment. He's got his finger in the way. So what I'm saying here is I think they're on there's a sheet of glass or plastic perspex or something similar to that they're filming through. And we're getting reflection off the house lights behind. And we can still see the scenery behind, and it's nighttime, so it's going to hide the glass sheet. That's what I'm thinking here. If you listen to the video, that's exactly what I'm saying as well. Back in the early days, you can see here the distance between the tree, right? And there's a slight slope to it here. Now, I think that's on Blake's camera there. And then he goes to his mate's camera. You can see how far away from the tree it is. So if a person's in a different angle and it's a reflection, we expect to see differences. Pans away, loses it, goes back around. Like I said, it's a really fine adjustment, even on this. It's ridiculous. Now, there is a frame that I've grabbed where you can actually see, as he's moving, that the three lights distort. So it rules out CGI straight away. So if the lights in the sky they're filming has motion blur with the city lights like we're seeing here as they pan around, I'll just bring up that image because it's really hard just to get it on the video, but it's definitely there on the video. Where's the original snatch? I don't want to show my analysis yet. These ones at the end here, I think. Let me just bring those up. So these are high res ones compared to the video. Off screen grabs I did at the time. Okay, so as you can see the 5 lights there. Seems to match up with the 5 lights here, but you can see even these house lights are on an angle. Slight angle, which is very similar to the angle of what they're recording. And here is Blake's one, where it's on a almost straight parallel line, right? So the tablet is a different angle. And you can't see the tree here on this one though, unfortunately. It means that he's straight on, where this guy over here is filming is on an angle, which kind of suggests that the sheet of glass may not be flat to his viewing position, but on a slight angle. If we calculate all the angles out in software, you got to talk about mirror. So if it's house lights behind, we've got to talk about a mirror image. It can be done. It's wraps it around in your head a wee bit. You're gonna have to process all the reflection angles, but I bet you can line up with the house lights. And you can see even more house lights here. And you can see it going around the corner on this one.
And that one as well.
Yeah. See the corner. So this is, and you can see how much closer to the tree it is. So they're not filming the same object. If he was filming the same object, we'd expect it to be level, even on his tablet, and it should be about here, right? So they're definitely hoaxing it, and it's definitely not drones in the sky. This is where he started moving, right? You can see here the lights of the city are matching up with the lights that they were filming. You can already see as he's moving for a split second on that frame that I grabbed back then, that these 2 lights are faded because the angle's not right now on the glass reflection. But you can see here it's not CGI because it lines up exactly with the street lights. Now this is where Scott got it wrong. He said it was CGI, and I'll go over his analysis in a minute. Just proves that not all experts are correct. And what was this one? This one I thought was interesting at the time, where suddenly now they're gone. You can see the person's head here, but you can see here it kind of looks smudgy. Seems sharper around about here. It looks like it's sharper on there, even though it's nighttime. It's really hard to tell. This is where the analysis comes in. So run it through some filters. So I actually did some animated GIFs here. Let's see, will they open up? I have to open up a browser to put them in. Just drop it into there. So I overlaid some of these images and put it through filters like So this is the first one that I did. Is it going to load? There we go. Okay. So that's the dark scene. That's one enhancement there. You can start to see the different coloration of the blacks in the sky, probably cloud covers. But you can see here in this bit here, it seems more reflective, right? You can start to see that it sort of has a cutoff here, where it suddenly goes into dark sky, and it seems to have a straight edge to it, like a sheet of glass, right? And the reflection there would be a mirror image going in this direction to either the other side of the corner of the house or the far side corner of the house. Is not too sure on the angle of the glass here. And you can see the person's head here. I'm not too sure how big this glass is at this stage on this one. I know it looks like a straight line going across here with the blues. You know, I said, could that be a clue? Let's keep looking at other photographs. And I made the next animated gift with the next frame that I had saved and made it black and white. And you can start to see now that there seems to be some reflections. See here, you can't see a reflection, but it's definitely a reflection over the tree, which makes it blurry, right? It looks like there's an edge here. You can see there's a straight line that's running right down here now. Can't see it on the original image here, but you can see here there seems to be a lot of extra light, even though it doesn't look like a lot of light here. It's definitely some sort of reflections happening. See here, he's got his hand here. It's out of focus, and you can see his head's in focus. See that there? But his hand's out of focus, which is kind of strange. See that there? He's lifting up his hand or something, I think. Seems to be that the camera is different here. And you can see here, it seems to... I've got vertical lines going up, but I don't know how high the glass would be. It still looks like there's the edge of a glass here going across here this way. See that there? And that's where the lights were here. It's well within those parameters there. But that's the best we can get without having the original video going. But there does look some suspicion there.
It was so hard doing it. It was so dark, wasn't it?
You can see how overexposed the city lights are. But you don't see the city lights up here. See this? And it just pops out, right?
Yep.
Which kind of suggests we don't see the reflection here, but it is definitely there. Reflection of a light source. It's very faint, but when you enhance it, right, we can just pop it out. And if you're really careful, you can actually see, it looks like that it's out of focus there too. See the tree there? Just pay attention there. See, look. And the other half of the tree looks like it's in focus. See? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah. Two different types of pictures in one.
It means that they're filming through something there.
Yeah.
See the straight line? With the enhancement of the reflections? See, look, it's a straight line straight down.
Through a sheet of glass or plastic.
Yeah, I don't think it goes all the way up to the top. It cuts off here somewhere. What do people out there think? Think they're hoaxing it? We only got two people watching. No one really cares if third phase are hoaxes or not. You know how Gufon was saying there's no proof of hoaxing? I think this disproves it here. This is why they deleted it the next day. They didn't want people like me analysing. Unfortunately, I didn't know how to download a video to keep it. Save it. So, yeah. Now, I did actually save all these images. One by one here. So we can look at it without it flashing through. Okay, so that's that one. And here's the one where I was talking about there's a straight edge running right down here. Almost looks like two variations in colour. Almost looks like a handprint there, actually. It looks like a handprint. Maybe it could be a handprint there. That's it definitely looks like it's forming a pixel edge here. Look, see this background is so different. Looks out of focus here. See, it's part of the tree here, and then it's different here. You see, look like it's got more. It hasn't less blue, like it's not filming through glass. And it's a bit hard to tell this side because it's got less light in, but it does seem to be forming a straight line going up here, and then it goes across here. It could even be like a beveled bit of glass. It may not be completely straight across. It looks like it might come down here even. But like I said, if we had some better 1080p or higher quality, we could do a lot more here. And if they wanted to be honest, they could release it, right? And say, here you go, analyze it to your heart content, prove us that it's not been hoaxed. Here, look. Looks more in focus here, and then suddenly it gets to here, and everything's sort of blurred out, right? The head there. They're definitely hoaxing it with glass. Here's the other one I looked at, and it's a bit harder to tell if they had the glass there or not, but it does look like it's got a square edge happening here with the colored pixels.
Very pixelated.
But there's the UFO lights here. But it does look like there's some square bit happening here, even on this one. Again, I used different filters here, so may not be good as the second time I used the other one. I probably should have redone the same filters for this one. But here, look. See here, the tree. Looks like it's different coloration here, all the way through. And suddenly here, at this level here, look. Looks like it's all out of focus again. Look, it's all sort of changing. And I think they're on a different level here. Like he's moved backwards some, or forward some. I still think maybe the glass is here. I say here, but it could be here. It might be here, the edge of the glass, going along this way, and then down here, right? Looks like it's there. But like I said, we need better quality images. Definitely something happening here. It looks different. And of course the angle's different, which means it's got to be a reflection to Blake's camera. Now I don't think I could do anything with that one. But we could try. Let's find it. Whereabouts was it? Was it that one? Nope. So that one. That's the one. Let's see if we can see anything popping out on that one. So that's where I'll grab the images, really, because they are better quality than the video.
Nope, looks like we're the only two here again.
Sorry?
Looks like we're the only two here.
Alright. We're the only two interested in the real truth, then, as far as I'm concerned. I went to Area 51. Oh yeah, he's there. Didn't even see him.
Yeah, that was there. That's been there for a while.
How's it going? Are you still there? I'm not too sure if he's out there still. I was too busy looking at this stuff. So, yeah, so we scaled it up. Now we can play around with filters and see if anything pops out on this one. But we're looking straight on here, so we're going to see less reflections, I think, from other side light coming, bouncing off at different angles. So let's flip hue. Let's see what we get. Okay. Now we can actually see the plane better.
Yeah.
There's the plane with the three lights, landing gear lights coming into LA Airport International, I guess. And what I believe is the house lights here from one of the corners. But can we see the glass? It kind of looks like there is a pattern sort of happening here still. But it's really faint. But we know that this tree looks like it's sort of out of focus here, right? But the rest of it looks nice and crisp here, right? Where the person's standing ahead. Look how dark that is. And the tree looks dark. But here on the edge of this palm leaf starts to look blurry. But yeah, you can start to see, looks like a sort of pattern coming across here. The plane's just gone behind the glass sheet, I believe. Let's see what else, if we can get it to even look even more interesting. Sometimes you can pick some color swapping that really just pops out something, you know. Well, his finger's not in focus here, so it looks like this head here is in focus. So these are going to be slightly out of focus. But it looks like there's something even coming up here at the moment, is it? What's that there?
Could be somebody standing in the shadow.
I think that's just the branch coming down.
No, I think it might be somebody to the hair, the neck, back of the t-shirt and the arm.
Whatever. But anyway, I'll just play around with it a bit.
See, there's somebody there. There's two people there.
Finger, head. Oh, right, there's a gap in the tree that I was thinking it was a line coming down, but yeah, you look here, look.
Yeah.
It looks like it's cutting the tree here still. Something's not right there. But like I said, unless you get the reflections, you're not going to see these other ones that popped out better, but this one's a bit more tricky for some reason. Does look like it's going across here though, doesn't it? I wish I had a better image. It's Still looks like there's something coming up here to me. This is the problem of filming through glass. It's really hard unless you got some sort of reflection like the other one had. They were moving it around quite a bit during the show. On purpose, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, on purpose.
Still looks like a square shape coming up. Yeah, it looks more concentrated here.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
I don't think it's parallalia. Let's see, what else can we get? Must be something that pops out better. Definitely looks like a sheet of glass coming up here from the balcony. But anyway, this image was a really tricky one because it's straight on rather than angled like the other ones that we're looking at. Anyway, we'll just move on from that one. So, yeah, this is their famous video. So let's have a look at the house again. I've got some cold toast here. Also looks darker there. Did they turn off the house lights, maybe, to get rid of the UFO? Rather than move the sheet of glass that I believe there is.
Oh, that's a good point. Could have done that.
It does look darker there, doesn't it? When they're gone.
Yeah. Turned all the outside lights off alongside the building.
Maybe not. They've got a few lights on, but they don't look as bright. Well,
there's different lights on different circuits down there. Turn some of them off.
Yeah, that's right. They may have some lights further on the balcony, right?
Yeah, I'm going to turn the balcony ones off.
Or it might be 3 lights on a stand, even. But I can't help noticing the light reflection on this tablet matches the 3 lights and 5 lights in the sky there.
There. Yeah.
See, it was really suspicious when he moved and angled the camera down, right? That's an opportunity to quickly slide the glass along where where he was filming.
Didn't want anybody to see that bit, did he?
No. That's why you have a camera set up filming the filmers, so you can see what the filmers are doing, right? If you want to be really credible. So Brent should have been filming the 2 filming, you know what I mean? Or they should have a tripod set up filming as well the handheld ones.
Yeah. So you can see them in them whatever they're filming at the time.
See how close it is to the tree on his tablet there?
Yep.
Means he's on a different angle. See how corrupted the font is? Hang out on air is just really bad. Look at that. I thought people could read it, but no one said they couldn't read it, right? So I would have just paused it there and given it time to sort of, way MP4 works. It will get rid of all that corruption and gradually fill in the missing bits of the font. But they had the bitrate so low.
Yeah, you can't read much of it.
No.
Oh, no, you can.
Yeah, if you pause it long enough, you can. But they really got flamed in the comments. So, yeah, this is meant to be after they had changed, right? They changed to be better people. And here they are, hoaxing a live event. They haven't changed whatsoever. And they deleted the footage, so it didn't come clean on it.
No, like I said, they're the same as they were in the past. And they're still doing it now.
This should make news in LA, right? It was never on the news, right?
Yeah, that's what somebody else said there. I'm a believer. But if this happened above a big city, there must have been a lot of eyewitnesses.
There you go, probably a hoax, someone said. Where he turned the camera away. How they disappeared actually turned the camera away. And we just proved that they moved something out the way, which is glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, better angle. You can see a small object rise from below, which was probably a reflection of a light we didn't see.
If I had to bet on money on what that is, I'd say it's reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Not the movement isn't normal, it's wobbling around.
This guy here you're talking about?
Scratch.
So you can see there's a lot of people out there that were actually onto it, you see?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. 2 cameras running, 1 camera operator decides. Oh, I just missed it. I should have paused it while I was reading it. Let's see if we can get back. There we go. Wow, amazing. Is it paused? Damn, pause, you...
2 cameras running, 1 camera operator decided moving over 5 feet would be better angle. Loses. Where's it gone? Loses the object. No, wait. Keeps moving.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it back. Here somewhere. Oh. It's only a few frames, you see.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. 1 camera operator decides moving over 5 feet would be a better angle and loses the object. Now, wait. The other camera loses the object. Neither one captures it leaving. It's amazing. How many years were they doing it back in 2018? They're on there since 2005, was it? Been doing it a long time.
I'm amazed no still pictures to zoom it in on. Camera moving all around. Really professional. Good job, guys. Keep it up. What a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Professional.
And as you know, you get 4 times the quality if you take it with just a camera snap as well. So you do both. Yeah, you do JPEG as well as normal camera.
I think a kid could do a better job than filming that.
Yeah, they're moving all over the place. No tripods. I'm not sure if I replay it later and you got the comments where he's asking Brent or not. Do you know? Did you watch it all through? Brent said he didn't want to say anything what it is because he knew it was a hoax. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Do that.
So this was a few hours after the last event when I saw it. Yeah, 6 hours ago.
Yeah, it looks like staged it. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Staged.
Look at the plane that was flying above the drones.
Hang on, let me pause it. As soon as you drop the camera, it's a time lapse course. The airplane was gone on too. They came back up with the camera. Funny to me. Yeah, did the plane disappear? Did it? It would then. Large, you can see another drone flying up to align with the rest. I think that was just a reflection of a light that it didn't want you to see.
That's why I kept panning around, see, wasn't it? A bugger missile.
I'm surprised you didn't see this, Charles. Are you new to the internet?
I'm not been on that long.
Damn, I bit my tongue.
Yeah.
By talking and eating. 2018 you were on the internet then?
No. I weren't really that interested in watching UFO stuff anyway. Until I saw that one I saw, and then I got really interested in it.
Yeah, I think that's how people get into looking for answers, right?
Yeah.
You're
that's what I found. And yours was the best around, so I stuck with you.
Oh, thank you. Now you're a co-host. How about that? Who would have thought that would happen?
I know. I'm still learning. And I knew nothing how to use a computer before. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so I'm bringing up the images now. And after I do all this, QVid comes on. I said, you just missed my presentation. And then I started looking for any news events, right? I started searching here. Like I usually do on live shows, I actually trying to find out, has anyone else filmed it in millions of people in the city, right? You'd expect at least one person out of millions of people to film it, same as them.
Yeah.
And it's 6 hours ago now, so
24 hours a day people working as well, isn't it? So there's bound to be people around at night.
So I should have uploaded something by now.
Yep.
Suggest a red flag there right away to me. Why would they only see it and no one else in the whole city see it? And I don't believe... Here's a light here, look. This looks like a pole light. Is it? Or is it their tablet screen?
Looks like a light pole.
Pole light? You can see how big the balcony is now, though. And there's a handrail that goes along here. And at one stage you can see... it actually drops off quite a bit. And you can see a lamp further down, which looks like part of the same property. It's quite a big section. They got the balcony, and then they got a bit that goes downstairs, by looks of it, down to another level. Yeah. If you're joining us, skies exactly been helicopters, could have been regular planes or something right over the skies. Yes, Blake talking.
So you can see how big the property is. It's a big one, isn't it?
It's a massive. There's 4 lights. There'd be a 5th one there. There you go. Angle that on a bit of glass, and there you got your UFO.
Yeah. I might give it a go and see if I can find that property.
Apparently, there's another UFO video that Gufon put up from the same property in daytime. Whether you can find that one again and compare it. But you can see how crappy the font. Yeah.
You know it's higher up as well. It's
I'm not sure what that guy's saying there. This is Google for you. Hangouts on the air was a load of rubbish. But I didn't know about live streaming back then, and I was just using what people said was the easiest to use for my laptop, so it didn't use too much CPU. It did actually use a lot less CPU than the other methods, but I had to progress upwards and take a chance, I guess. You can see it's still corrupted.
Yeah.
Still corrupted writing. It's just really bad.
Yeah.
And I was trying to search any news out there. And it all linked back to Third Phase, I think. Or to their site. Here we go. What's that? Choreographed. Here we go. This hoax live event. Who's that? Put that up. Here's some searches. And all links back to Third Phase. Unfortunately, they're the only ones that in the whole city of LA managed to film it. Hogwash. Not on breaking news. Now that one's all corrupted. Can't read that one.
I'm faking it.
Yeah, you can see we tried to find answers or other videos, and there was none. And of course, I start looking at other things. Thought we're done with that, and then we're back to this. This is where QVid comes back on, is it? Start looking at MUFON stuff. And UFO interest, which we'll look at in a minute. And I was saying to QVid, I don't think it's CGI. Birds or balloons going across the moon. That one looks like a balloon. Bird, it could be a black bird.
It's flapping. It's got look at movement.
I don't know. I can't remember what I said it was. Is it across the moon, or is it across somewhere else?
It's in front of the moon.
Oh yeah, and QVid comes on when he was actually not hanging out with those other guys too much. Was it the moon? Yeah, it's the moon. Yeah, blood moon.
Oh.
I don't know if it was a bird. Yeah, it probably was a bird. Anyway, I can't remember what I said on the video there. I think I got it muted. Oh yeah, it was a bird. That was in UK, wasn't it? The blood moon.
I thought it was a bird.
Yeah, it was a bird. So we start talking about other stuff, and then we go back to which I was talking about the CGI. It can't be CGI because we've got motion blur. I'm probably saying the same thing back then. Where's the mute on this one? Not making any sound. Let's make it bigger screen. No, that doesn't help.
It's a pity it hadn't got the sound on it all the way through, isn't it?
Oh, that does it.
On an angle.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Have I got it on slow motion here?
There's definitely a reflection, and I believe it's the lights on the house, and it's reflecting off some piece of glass that they're both filming through. Where the glass starts and where the glass ends, I don't know.
So I haven't changed much, have I?
But I was hoping to see some other reflections, but because they're taking it off another screen, we can't discount reflections. So it's a good way, if you're going to create a hoax, to actually show a zoomed up thing of another screen, which has got reflections on to hide the other reflections that you might pick up, especially if they're zooming in on playback. So it's all dishonest. But there, that frame there proves it's got motion blur, and as he's changing the angle, we're starting to lose lights one by one. But I could only capture one frame of it. And here's his mate's video playback, and you can see it's on an angle. And you can see these other house lights that are reflecting off the screen that they're looking at. And I believe it's probably these ones over this direction here, reflecting off the glass.
Yeah, I haven't changed much in 2 years.
So, yeah.
Just got better.
CGI,
just got better at analysing the video. That's all. It's better with the tools.
When they're filming the UFO, the lights in the background of the actual city seem blurrier than when they continue to film when the UFO isn't there. Now, I hadn't actually gotten onto that myself, but...
The dark side.
Sorry?
This is before Q turned over to the dark side.
Yeah, he was hanging out with UFO Proof and UFO Man. Unfortunately.
Could well be right.
Yeah, plus we're looking at the screen. But I won't go over it again. I've already said that the tree is blurry as well. And if you look at the footage after it's disappeared and they're standing back further, you can see the tree leaves are looking a bit more crisp. Because it's night footage, you see, and they haven't uploaded the link of the original footage in the description, there's not much we can do about it. But it's definitely not CGI because, like you say, it's on an angle and it's playing on camera.
CPU's broken up there.
It's definitely a reflection of lights.
That's not.
Was that the video?
That was.
It's on the video at the time.
With the plane coming down, and you can see here, Brent has got his finger right underneath it. Although it does look like it's on a slight angle there too.
I said all that.
It's not horizontal, is it?
Yeah, it's not on the same angle as what we see off the phone though.
And you see here, he's filming it, and the city lights do look a bit out of focus.
These look a bit crisper.
Blurriness, you see.
So which means they're closer.
Definitely looks blurry compared to some of the images they were getting.
Yeah, it's going through glass. So anyway, I've said the same things really.
They're claiming here, which was on the other side of the room.
Okay, we start looking at other stuff, and then more people come on in the side chat.
We got the sound.
Who is it? So, is that Renee?
Live stream.
I don't know who's that.
Someone's attached to
Renee, yeah.
A blow up porky pig.
I don't know if we can see that. Oh, that was Bingham stuff.
You can see Balloon Sumner's doing that though, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what we're talking about there. But anyway, I was hoping there was one where I re-looked at it with them talking. Back those days, I didn't manage to put the audio from videos through to the system. I think that's before I found the mixer. which I could work with Windows 7, I think I had back then, when I first started. Of course, you could see there we had a lot more CPU on the old laptop to work with. It wouldn't work now. But yeah, that's why I wasn't playing any of the audio. I had it on subtitles.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't use OBS, so it was just going to suck the CPU dry. There's no way. You could see there was some video corruption too when I was zooming around. So even back then on the old laptop. But yeah, there we go. And we'll just have a look at now. I don't think anyone's with us still, are they? I just wanted to see what other people were thinking too, to what me, QVid, and you were saying. But anyway, this is where Scott Brando is totally wrong. Known hoax channel, that's correct. Fabricated the UFO site, and that's correct. On a live YouTube, which is correct. A huge object over downtown Los Angeles. Well, that's a bad CGI, bad setting of motion tracking. Yeah, so replay his video here, which he proves that it's CGI, which is wrong, because here, as we know about rolling shutter, if you move slightly up and down, the rolling shutter, depending which way the iPad's rolling shutter works, because this was off portable devices, wasn't it? We don't know what he was filming through here. Did he say it was on an iPhone? So the rolling shutter could be coming down to top to bottom, or it could be left to right. All cameras are different, so that's the problem. There's no sort of standard. So yeah, so any slight movement with rolling shutter of lights in the sky, because we've got no stars or other things in the image here that he's analyzing, there's no way you could stabilize those lights here and or stabilize these lights here, and these ones will move up and down, or you can do the other way around. You'll see these move up and down. He's saying it's bad CGI, but no. You can see there's a slight movement. In fact, it could even be just the glass wobbling in the wind, right? It might even be just motion blur, he's saying, for bad CGI. Could be just that the glass is moving just a wee bit too, as they're moving all the time. That's the problem. Yeah. In case, and then he's saying here, the next day, they're taking it down. Unfortunately, we got no... Yeah, but it says, if you click on their link, they actually haven't deleted it. Open new tab. It comes up with a different message. Video unavailable. Normally it would say user deleted, right? So that means they've put it into private. Yeah, or membership. Only available to members.
So we can't get over it now.
So they could create a membership level and put it into that membership level that only moderators can actually get to, or something, you know. Anyway,
to do now, though, isn't it? They tend to do that with a lot of their videos now.
Yeah. And what else did he say? Blake Cousins post. Those who ask me about the meaning of motion tracking, see, he doesn't explain it really well. So he's done something else here. Let's see. What's this one?
Bounces on the screen because the hoaxes were wrong. Synchronize the movements of the object with their camera shaking.
And still again, we don't if it's a piece of glass, it's going to do the same thing, right? If it's got a little gust of wind.
You can see all the things on the bottom there wobbling as well, look.
Yeah, he's saying the lights are wobbling different to the city lights, right? And it's not. See how it sort of goes into focus here? He's caught that point where I noticed that where the camera seemed to be detecting something with auto sense, what do you call it, focus, has detected something in front, and for a second there, and then flicks back again. See how it sort of flares up here?
Yeah, you see it.
To me, that's not CGI. I don't know if my comments are there, probably got deleted. You are stupid enough to think it's CGI. Wake up, kid, with your effing mind.
Huh.
Well, we don't believe it's CGI. To me, that looks like it's out of focus, the same as the city lights on the very first frame here, look. And the lights are moving, the city lights are moving, same way as that as far as I'm concerned. I think Scott is wrong here, so that's why the other person's attacking him, because it's not CGI. He's not correct. The other frame, when he's moving, proves that you can see this 5 light streak, which proves that's not CGI. Unless he's trying to say that sometimes it's CGI, sometimes it's not, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So yeah, Scott, you got it wrong. I'll just post that on the side chat anyway. Scott is wrong. Not CGI. As explained. And looks like we might have to leave the other stuff to another time, huh? I think that's the revisit. Alright, that's right. We started last night having a look to see if there's any glass things that slide around on rollers. And we found this video here of this balcony here with the same type of railing that you see in their video. And we'll just play it from there. You can see how it folds up from the side of the house, and it just unfolds. You can't see that's glass, so you just put it back in place. You can see here it's got a slightly blurriness. It's got actually some wee bit of tint on it actually. See that there? This is how I think the balcony has. It's got something like this that goes around on some sort of track here. You can see here, look, just rolls it around and flips it into the wall. Bang. That's I think
something like a shower track.
I think that's definitely what that place had. They had something like that, and they had one single sheet. You saw how she had one single sheet at the end. Pretty sure that's exactly what I believe they were filming through. What I believe the balcony had for glass. Can make it open up or seal it in when it's windy. Right, that makes sense. Doesn't necessarily have to have a roof. It could be just to block out the wind. So you got the link there on the side chat, and just close that one down. Just using it for transformers things. This is another possibility that they may have some sort of garage door one that's clear and that just flips out of place above their heads, because we don't know how far you could slide that door backwards here into the side of the house even. And maybe something similar to that, but also if we play this video here, there's actually another example of where the glass could come up like that, right? From the ground upwards. But obviously be twice as high than that. Anyway, looks pretty secure there. Oh, there we go. No, it's not secure. That's really clever, huh?
Yeah. So you come in and out of your driving, cars on it, and then make your garden secure again.
Remember we said it was like a 2-tier system because they had the handrails and then there was a drop-off. And you could see in the video there was a lamp further down on another sub-level. Like this, like you got your balcony and then you can go down and have like a garden party further down. There was like a little garden. So yeah, this is quite good too. And we'll just post it up on the side so you can have a watch. There's actually quite a lot of bits on this video, all the different clever stuff that people think of to make space saving. Another possible example of moving glass up on a hidden place, a hidden part behind the rails. So until we know the exact house, we can't really investigate it any further, but these I believe is hidden closer to it. And of course the truth, nothing but the truth. And here's another example that we found, which opens up from the balcony upwards. Let's display that clip. There you go. So it could be something like that. We didn't have much of it. There you go. But then again, we don't see the edge railing, so I wasn't quite happy with this one. We don't see a top bit on the enhancement of the video, so it had to be like the other ones we were looking at, where it was just a plain sheet of glass with no obvious side bits added to it. And then
I think it was best. I think the sliding ones.
Then I thought let's do it on the cheap, and I thought maybe an old glass dinner table, like something like this here, where you just pull the lid off and dispose of the feet and just lean it against the railing, right? Something like that, turned up on its end. Could also be what we were looking at, so we can't rule out that as well. Any dinner size sheet that's higher than going to be the railing, and some of them are quite big. But how would you stand it up on the end? Well, you could put some clear duct tape, right? So how would you put a sheet of glass against the railings? You got clear duct tape. Research on that. What happened there? You got stuff like this here. Could tape it around the bottom and one part up near the rail, so that would be enough just to hold up that glass. And as he's moving the camera away, gradually peel off the duct tape quickly and move the glass down, or carry it off quickly, because they got two guys on the side that disappeared, right? So they could have faked it that way too.
Yeah, I could have easily carried it all there.
Wouldn't take much. And I think we are done for today. We had lots of stuff to talk about. We were talking about that ghost orb thing. There was actually some interesting videos here about lasers that I thought would show. We'll leave it for next Saturday, or maybe I'll do a midweek. Then I want to have a look at the Trent video analysis of possible track light. I was going to run it through my processing and see how close it was. So I was going to do a proper analysis on that. and read it out, of course. That was from Bruce Maccabee live show.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to look at it in more detail. And then we want to talk about Linda Moulton Howe and crop circles and how she got caught out, and I'll cover that next time as well. And of course there was a bit of a cover up there where she was on all the podcasts talking about it, saying it's suspicious and all that, and we'll find out what it really was. And shows how she's not super critical thinker. She wants to believe everything she sees and hears. So I just wanted to bring that up because people don't realize that she got caught out in the crop circle there, which was to do with rural ad campaign, but like the monoliths. I was talking about the monoliths and how crop circles were used in the same way to advertise things. So cover that next time. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that, what we done there.
Yep.
We did. And do you believe third phase of the moon are not hoaxes? Anyone out there still? We only got 3 people on, but have your say now before we end the show. Just get rid of Santa Pinky. Good night. And just catch up on the side thing. Is there anything I missed? Yep, just me at the end there. So yeah, I think people are missing out on a good live show where they can interact and have their own opinions. But there's not much I can do. You can see our YouTube subs are suddenly shooting up again. YouTube's mucking around there, and BitChute slowed down, which is kind of strange. Should be over 700 by now, so something happened there. But they said they met their donor total, which is 100,000 a month. Whew. And they were going to revamp things and how they promote channels, best videos and all that. So maybe I'm going to be put down the ranks again. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. Hey, who's that?
That was me, so I just made another comment.
Alright. Hey, it doesn't matter. It's going to be up there on YouTube. People can watch it offline. And if they skim it, they're going to miss crucial parts. So anyway, just do the ending here and say goodnight.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow with Robert.
Okay. Will do. We've got a lot to cover, I guess. We'll see what they bring. I did try ask Finn to join Robert, so he never replied. So yeah, I do try and get people on the show. Get some on voice, people we can trust that are good critical minds and debunkers themselves, so we can. Then it also had their own experiences. Now Finn had his own triangle experience, so he's a believer, but he's also a debunker, or critical thinker, we should say. Anyway, catch you later, Charles. Good night. And thanks, guys, those that showed up, even though it was short. Thanks all that joined us, and good night. Oh, too many O's. And I'll save the chat. I better end that.